Listen, welcome back to the Micah Dixon podcast, episode 6, season 2, episode 6, the Micah Dixon podcast. We are here, of course, helping you elevate your mindset, giving you the tools you need to have a clear head, clear path for success, and so much more. And I have on the show today, for the first time, season 2, a guest. And this is not just any guest, but he is a CEO, author, restaurant owner. He is the $1 million man that gets it done. You need him to help you scale your business and more. Please welcome to the show, my favorite, Mr. Jon Manning.
Come on, man. I'm on Micah Dixon's podcast.
Okay, intro. Yeah, I love it.
Thank you for having me. Oh, it's beautiful. A beautiful day. Got in town and, my PR person's been hooking me up with all these different places, but I was looking forward to this.
Yes.
You are a person that many people look up to in terms of just, the mindset and stuff like that. So
welcome.
I'm looking forward to digging it with you.
Welcome. All right, so tell me all about, for those that are watching who may not know who Jon Manning is, give me a quick, brief summary of who is Jon Manning. When you say Jon Manning, what should ring in people's ears in their mind?
Yeah, Jon Manning is a dad of a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
God-fearing man, God-loving man. Today is my anniversary, actually. 19 years as an entrepreneur.
Wow.
As of today. Yes. Actually, we gotta go celebrate. Actually, I gotta go call some people tonight. Celebrate that bad boy. Toast it up. But
19 years on the Micah Dixon podcast.
It's crazy. I'm on Micah Dixon on the 19th. It's only right.
Wow, it's only right.
It's only right.
I love that.
So, and I have successful businesses that do well, and I help a lot of people learn how to scale their business.
Yeah.
I am an author. I'm here. I'm here with Micah.
I love it. And you're writing more books, right?
I believe I'm writing more books. I have a lot of books in me. At least I have.
We're declaring and decreeing.
Okay, yeah. I believe so. I think that I have several books that I want to get out. How to scale. So there's one book on laziness, right? How to destroy the lazy me.
Okay.
There's books on teaching people how to take their businesses and get to $1 million, right? I think I have the mathematical formula on how to do that.
Okay.
So I was just gonna walk through. So, I have a lot of books, but I gotta dedicate the dates and everything and get to it. You know what I need to do? I need to pick a date.
Yes.
And just say, this is the date of the book release, and it forces you to step up and get it done. That's what I did with my first book. My birthday was coming out. I said, I'm releasing a book. And you better believe that book was released on my birthday, So that's what I'll do. I'm going to release a book. I was going to release a date now, but I got nervous.
Don't get nervous. You put a date on there.
But I'm gonna within the next 6 months.
Okay.
Within the next 6 months.
6 months from now is what?
Within.
Okay, hold on. Let's just do the math.
The next 6 months.
September, October, November, December, February. Perfect timing.
Okay.
You should.
You think so?
Let's do it.
Right,
2025.
Hey, let's do it.
I will publish it. I don't know how, but I can Google it.
Hey, okay. You publish? Because I publish too.
No, I don't know how to publish.
All right, cool. But you figured it out.
But on the podcast, we believe in what we speak is what we will start to pursue.
Okay.
And what we think about is what our brain will start to focus upon. So with that being said, I know you are a money guy. You are a money man.
Yes.
When you say money is a mindset,
yes.
What does that really mean?
Yeah, that's probably the title of one of my next books. So money is a mindset. I personally believe that you are only going to get to the certain number that your mindset believe you can get to. Okay. God is not going to give you millions of dollars if you don't have the mindset for millions of dollars. People can pray all day long. I never forget one of my friend's mom. She wrote a check for $1 million. And she told us, we was like teenagers at the time, and she told us, she was like, God is going to help me cash this check one day. And she put it on her dresser. And it's been on her dresser for years, taking up dust, because God is not going to give you $1 million if your mind is not ready for it.
Okay.
Because what will happen is, all of a sudden, if he does that, then you're going to put yourself in so much more debt that you're going to be praying to God, like, why did you even put me in this situation in the first place? So you're like, where you see people making a certain amount of money, it's really where their mindset is, right? So for me, when I learned how to scale to millions of dollars, I realized that it's not about, oh, you're so smart. No, I put myself into environments where I learned how to accumulate a business that can go to that level of millions of dollars. And that's made me say money's a mindset. Like it's really this thing where if you start to believe that you can make $10 million in a year, and the work that you have to do, the systems you have to have in place, you're around people that's doing it all the time, you're going to start to think like them, you're going to start to operate like them, you're going to start to move like them, you're going to start to, so it's a mindset. Before you can, when I crossed the million for the first time, I was not really happy anymore. If I did it the year prior.
You wasn't happy when you got $1 million?
Not anymore. You know what I mean? The year prior I did 900,000, and then the year after that 3.2. Okay. And I tell the story all the time. The shift that happened, I went to a Grant Cardone conference, and I sat down at the boot camp and learned about scaling your business and things like that. So I went into my office, I kind of put the whole plan together, and from there I created a plan for like 10 million. So instantly my mind, because your mind is going to believe whatever you say. So literally, like if you tell yourself long enough, I'm going for 10 million, I'm going for 5 million, and not just saying it from just like a motivational, like I'm going to lose weight.
One day,
right?
One
like
day you say it.
I say all the time, right? Declaration, I'm going to lose weight. No, like you actually have a detailed plan on what you're going to do that. So you look at it and you just say to yourself, I could do that, that's what I did. And when I crossed that mill by, I think it was like around May that year, I had no real emotion towards it because my mind already surpassed the million, like by far already. Wow. You know what I mean? So, well, the year prior, it was a goal that I was like, I hope I can get to this mill. Okay. But by next year, it was like, I'm going to not only pass this mill, I'm going to go way past. And we did 3.2. So it made me realize that it's a mindset thing. Okay. It's a mindset thing. And we are limiting ourselves because we are hanging around and talking to and acting small. Like small-minded people, we're acting small, we're thinking small. So we don't even know what we can do. We don't even know the capacity that we can have. And I believe personally that God gave everybody the opportunity to have a gift that can help them dominate in this world and scale to millions of dollars. But if you don't read the books, if you don't, invest into the courses and the get around the people that's doing it, you're going to only know how to apply for the $25 an hour job. Exactly. And the thing that I tell people all the time, and I'm so sorry for rambling, but the thing that I tell people all the time is you, like the money that you're making now when you're 30 something years old, when you were 19, that was like, whoa, if I could make that money, that'd be great. Right. Now you're probably 28, 29, and you're like, oh Lord, this is not that great. But what happened though? What happened was your mindset started believing that you can make the 50, the 60, the 70,000, the 80,000, right? Yes. Like you started believing that at 18, 19, you didn't believe that, but you believed it now because you probably started surrounding yourself around people that are doing that. Yes. If you can believe that you can scale to 50 and 80,000 a year, you can also raise your mindset to go to $1 million also.
What advice would you give those, let's say, entrepreneurs who are perhaps looking? We said the mindset. Would you suggest they get in the rooms with people who make that kind of money? Would they change up their friends? Like, what kind of habits did you start to shift and change that pushed you to get the first mill and then the 3 and then the more?
Yeah. Probably another book title called Cheat Code. Okay. Get a mentor and shut up. And this is what I say all the time in my organization. People ask me, I speak to business owners all the time, how do I do this? How do I scale? How do I? And the answer is always the same. Get a mentor and shut up.
Get a mentor and shut up?
And shut up. Yeah.
Just listen.
Just listen. Like, because you have to realize, people want to feel smart. Like, they want to feel like they know it all. Mm-hmm. I don't have any desires for that. I don't have a desire to think I'm the man or like, look at me. You look, I'm doing so. Who cares? Like, for me, if I'm always in a room when somebody's doing way more than me, I would never feel like I'm the man because I feel like I have so much more work to do. And what it does is it exposes me that, instead of me going in those rooms and saying, well, let me just articulate myself in such a way that, they can see that I'm very intelligent and very smart. No, that's not why I'm here. I'm not here for y'all to see. Like, I could go to my crew and they're going to say, yo, Jon is smart. I'm here to shut up and just listen.
Yeah.
And when I don't know what y'all talking about, I'll just take my phone out and put a little note in that bad boy to look at that. And what will happen is that you will start to, let's take it very simple. If you want to learn how to cook, right? You got a date tonight, you want to go cook something for your lady or what, you never cooked before.
Okay.
What would you do?
Get a book, start reading.
Start reading.
Research. Call my mom or dad.
Call your mom and dad.
Someone I know who can cook.
Someone that you know that can what? Cook. Okay. It's very basic. We do this for the most basic things.
Yes.
But then we go to the brokest friend that we have for business advice. And they're the ones that discourage you. Oh, you shouldn't do that. You should stay at your job. It's very safe. Oh my God. And and these are the brokest friends that you have.
Yeah.
That give you, and this is the reason why I tell people all the time, like, stop listening to upper middle class people because all they try to do is teach you how to stay lower middle class or mid middle class. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, they don't really know how to really scale that bad boy, but because they're doing 80,000 driving a Mercedes-Benz in the neighborhood, we view them as the shining example. For me, get around people that are living the lifestyle that you want to live. Write down their names.
How do you do that?
Whatever industry that you're in, there are people that are making the money that you want to make. Write those names down. If they have courses, buy those courses. If they're doing events, go to their events. Sit down, shut up, and listen to everything that they are saying, and go back to your communities and go to work. Second part, get to work. So
it's not gonna fall out the sky.
No, of course.
Get all the knowledge, get all the wisdom and understanding. And it's you still gotta go build and still plan and strategize.
Because you don't want to feel smart. People want to feel smart.
Yeah.
I come around entrepreneurs all the time. They are more in love with sounding smart than actually getting paid. And
that's a problem.
I'd rather get paid. For me, I took my son to Switzerland last week. I was there for a week and a half. And, they never asked me about the eloquence of my speech, They don't care about that. They care about my credit card, They care about what's in my bank account, Like, how do I check into this hotel with less, So for me, getting paid is the thing that I focus on. My son is about to go to college, and if he doesn't go to college, he's going to go knock doors, but that's another conversation. I gave him two options. I told him to go to college. Like, if he doesn't get any scholarships, I got to pay for that bad boy. And that means I have to make sure I go out there and do the work. So get a mentor, listen to what they're saying. This has been the most single difference in my life. I surround myself around people that are making way more than me. I do this often. I pay. I invest. It's a tax write-off, by the way. All right. So if you have a business, to invest into yourself in these courses and these events. So instead of giving it to the IRS, how about investing into yourself? You know what I mean? And get into the environments that you can just, like, even if you're just in the room, you're going to feel different. You're going to feel like, yo, I could do this, man. Like, this Negro right here, you know what I mean? Like, this Negro doing that bad boy. I could do that, and that would just shift you to a whole nother level.
So one of your habits you changed, you got a mentor and shut up. What did you read? What books did you feed yourself to get your mindset to be open to get the information, and then you took that and applied it? What books did you read?
Very good question. Shout out to my mentor. Give him a shout out since today. I started working with him, like I said, 19 years ago. Michael Diadamo, Mike D. He showed me a check for $42,000 that he made in a week, and I dropped out of college. And started working with him. And it was the best decision I ever made. So there's also a 19-year anniversary of me dropping out of college. So, my mom hated me at the time for that, but she definitely loves me now. So, but, one of the first things that he did was he gave me books to read. Mm-hmm. And, he told me that if you want to get to the next level, you're going to have to start to learn from certain people. Okay. So the first book that I normally give entrepreneurs is this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It's normally the book that brings everybody into the journey of entrepreneurship. It's a very easy read. It's by Robert Kiyosaki. Yeah. He has a board game called Cash Flow. It's super fun. You can learn how to get out the rat race. Yeah. But it teaches you the mindset of the 98% of the world that lives in this rat race, which is like a hamster in the wheel that is running, and they think that they're getting somewhere, but they're not really going anywhere. And that's majority of the people that you know. And of course, I was 19, and when I first heard this, I was saying to myself, I was dumb, but I was very smart. Okay. And when I say that is because now at 37 years old, you're like, this little kid right here, 19 years old. But I was smart enough to say if it's 98% of the world, that means it's probably everybody that I know. Yes. So if it's everybody that I know, how do I trust my own thoughts? Like, how do I trust my own thoughts on money? And because if nobody around is making the money, but everybody's about to. Like, we live in an about to neighborhood, right? Like, everybody's about to do, this is about to be my year, man. We about to go kick it. Like, we about to go, and we're not doing that, bad boy. Yeah. So for me, Robert Kiyosaki broke down the difference in the mindset of majority of the people that we know versus the 2% of the world, right? And then he talks about investing into assets and what you do with your money. And just to give you like one nugget that really changed everything for me. Yeah. And the biggest nugget or the biggest lesson I've learned. Is you ready for this? Okay. Yeah. Biggest lesson I've ever learned that made me say I will never be broke ever again in life. And when I got this lesson, I literally, I didn't go to school that night. I was going to college. I had this school that I was doing in New York, called the Table School for Entrepreneurs. Shout out to that. I'm relaunching that back here in Cleveland. Yes, it's only right. But what I was doing at that time, which I wasn't making no money. Yeah, all right. Let's call a spade a spade here. All right. I'm teaching people how to run a business and
no money for it.
I don't know how to make no money.
Okay.
I just know how to sound smart and say stuff like you got to be motivated and you got to go hustle. The stuff that you hear you got to go push past your adversity and people's like,
don't give up, don't quit.
Oh, wow. But the way that you're really hitting a real stride with real entrepreneurs is when you look at the people that you're teaching, and majority of them are full-time entrepreneurs. And I wasn't teaching full-time entrepreneurs. I was teaching people that had 9-to-5 jobs that wanted to start entrepreneurship. So there's a difference in the mindset of somebody that has a job but want to start a business. Okay. Because their mindset is, well, if my business does not take off, at least I have my job. No, not go back. You're already in the job.
Oh, okay. You won't leave your
job.
You
have a safety net that keeps you stuck. Versus the person that says, if my business don't survive, I have no idea what the hell I am going to do to pay this rent. They have a different mindset all around. So during that time period, I was like, I had my little stable, something, but I wasn't really doing things at a high level. But I gave them the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad to read as a textbook. And what I was doing, I was listening to it in the audiobook, going to school at nights and trying to, just get ready for the class. And something clicked, and I called all my friends and said, yo, guys, I got it. And this is what clicked. There's only two things that you need in order for you to become financially wealthy. There's only two things and two things only. There's not three, there's not four, there's not five, there's not six. There's two things. There's two things you need working for you. If you don't have these two things working for you, you will never, ever, ever. Can I say never again?
Yes. Say
never, ever, 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 ever. Can I say never again? Never, ever, ever.
Never
become successful.
If you don't have these two things.
If you don't have these two things.
And those two things are?
You need money working for you, or you need people working for you. If you look at your life right now and you know you do not have one of those two things or both working for you right now, you're not even in the race of becoming successful.
Sheesh.
You're not even, I don't care how great your idea is. I don't care how great your business is. I don't care how great your cupcake looks. I got some great cupcakes. Great. Amazing cupcakes. I love it.
It was
great
for me.
Yeah, super. I love it. It's great. I got some jerk chicken downtown. You could get that. But listen, none of that matters because the only way you're going to scale is you have to either, number one, have people working your products, working your business, and scaling your business so you can make this thing called passive income through the people that you hire. And then you start to see money come in exponentially, right? Okay. Because there's difference between passive income and residual income, right? And you need to operate in both. We were trained to only work on an hourly basis, which means that we work for time. Right. So, and this is the difference between this is actually the similarities between the entrepreneur that's, only work for themselves and the employee. When I get that money, I take the money and I reinvest that bad boy into either business or real estate or stocks or things that can take the money to make me more money. So it's either the money's going to make more money or the people's going to go out to make me money. And if I don't have these things happening, then there's no way that your business is going to take off and get to the next level. Like you're literally going to be playing this rat race game over and over and over for year after year after year, wondering how to come out of it. And you're just not going to come out of it. So Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I say, that's a big old promotion, but it really changed so many lives. It's a great book to pick up. I told my son to go get that book. I said, you got to go do that. Think and Grow Rich is a great book also by Napoleon Hill. Amazing book to pick up. It's so many stories. Carnegie spoke to a lot of people that were wealthy at the time, Carnegie, not Carnegie, I'm sorry, Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill spoke to Carnegie and spoke to Rockefeller, spoke to all the billionaires of that time. And he literally took the common things that he saw and created this book called Think and Grow Rich.
Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah. And there's so much more. You got Grant Cardone, 10X Rule Book. You got How to Win Friends and Influence People. John Maxwell, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. I could go on. The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. Become a studier. The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Yeah. The Entrepreneur Roller Coaster by Darren Hardy. Great book for entrepreneurs on how to deal with the ups and downs of business. Yes. So get books. I love
that. I love that you have fed yourself so much that it just spews right out of you. Yeah. So you have worked on your mindset, developed yourself to be who you are today. So what is an important skill that entrepreneurs should work on developing? What is the number one skill they should take serious above all others?
Yeah, so one of the number one things that entrepreneurs should work on developing is knowing how to sell.
Okay.
One of the things that is probably another book title.
How to sell?
Is every CEO is a CSO.
Every CEO is a CSO, Chief Sales Officer?
Chief Sales Officer.
Okay.
Because what you realize is most entrepreneurs, they go into the business space, right? And they think about a few things. They think about creating a website. Uh-huh. They think about creating business cards. They think about social media page. They think about doing an event to get people out.
Yes.
They think about all these different things, and they don't know what to do past the event.
Yeah. Yeah.
So past the event, all they do is post online. and they come to the cold, hard reality that your friends and family is not going to support you.
Yeah.
And then you're going to say stuff like, oh, like, wow, I thought you guys loved me. All this coded messages, and you're, wow, no, but you're just, you just suck right now. It's fine.
Yes.
You're just not that good.
Right.
And how about learning sales? Right? Okay. How about learning how to sell? How about learning how to, get your business away from the box that's in your garage, or away from, just this posting every now and again. Go out there and speak to people. Because what is a business? Let's talk about it. What is a business? It's an entity that transacts either goods or services, right? So I create a entity that does commerce. Great word. Actually, if you look it up, it's probably commerce is in there, right? Okay. I do commerce that either does, through products or through services. So if that's the thing for a business and I am the CEO of the business, that means my number one thought process should be what? How do I sell this product and service?
And keep it moving.
And most entrepreneurs don't think like that, which is why a lot of them go broke. That is the number one thing that you need to focus on more than anything else, is how do I sell my business, sell my product and sell my service to a whole nother level and scale this thing up.
Tell them that right there at your camera.
Yeah, so what you need to do as an entrepreneur is you need to focus on sales. And you need to focus on taking your product and service and get out the house. You need to go knock on 100 doors and get 99 no's so you can get that one yes. You can't be afraid of a no. Why are you afraid of a no? Why are you afraid? Why do you even care about the no? Like, why does the no matter to you? Like, you would literally give up on a dream and a goal that God, you said God gave you this.
Stop it.
I mean, I didn't say it.
The vision. We got the vision. We got the idea.
You said God gave you this vision, and the one person rejects you, and all of a sudden you like, I'm so discouraged. Nobody wants my product. No, get out. Yeah. Get out the house and go call every client in your city. Yes. Do your neighbors know you do business? They don't even know you do business. You wrote a book. And your neighbor don't even know you wrote a book, but you complaining, talking about nobody's supporting me. No, you just thinking too small. Learn how to sell. Don't have an emotional reaction between the yes and the no. It's all the same. It's all equations. I go speak to a certain amount of people to get X amount of sales. And once you identify that and know that, you can make any amount of money that you want to make, because it's all a system. Yeah. So that means if I speak to 30 people and I got one deal, then that means I got to speak to another 30 people to get the next deal. Yeah. And the question is, how many 30s can I go through to get as many deals as possible? Yes. And then you start to build a sales organization and start hiring people like me.
I love it. So what financial habits have you accumulated that help you to manage your income and just wealth per se?
Oh, man. In 2016, I went broke like a joke. And I lost a lot of money, but I made decent money that year. I just didn't have great money management. So I literally had to come up with a plan for money. And one of the things that I teach people all the time is every dollar should have a plan. Okay. When you get paid, you should know exactly what you're doing with every dollar. And also, there's something that's revolutionary that a lot of people don't know, is that a lot of the bills are residual every single month, meaning that it's not a surprise. It's not a gotcha. Yeah. It's not like, oh, snap, oh, it's coming up. Oh, no, it's been coming up every single month. Yes. If your rent is $1,000 a month, guess what? If you get paid weekly, guess what? That's only $250 that you can take out your paycheck every single week. If you get paid bi-weekly, guess what? That's $500 you could take out. $500. You don't have to wait until the actual day to take the whole $1,000 out your check. You can actually create a budget, and you can take a portion out And you could actually include, kicking it and spending time with your friends and stuff like that. And then you start to realize that I'm actually not as broke as I thought I was. I just don't have a system for money, and money is bleeding out. So what I used to do is I used to write out all my expenses. I used to have this thing where it's like, okay, I got paid this amount. And these are all my rotational expenses. So these are like my rent, car note, car insurance, all the things that's every single month. I will write that down, of course, divided by 4 because, I pay myself weekly. So I divide it by 4. And whatever that number is, it don't matter how much money I make, the first thing that comes out is to this account. I will have this in one account that is called the expense account, and I don't put nothing else in there. Every single week I get paid, I put whatever that number is into that account, and from that point on, I've never thought about rent. I never thought about car notes. I never thought about do I have money for car insurance this year? Yes. It's in that account. Every single week, I just put the money in there, right? And I don't say, well, I got to go out tonight, so let me go take. No, you can't take from that. You can't even take $3 from that. Because if you take $3 from that, you are now $3 in the hole. So you have to analyze that. It's very strategic. Then I will have my weekly expenses that I will have, which is just the basic things like, gas or, things that I have on my debit card every on my credit, right? So, going out to eat and, haircut and whatever, because those are the things that you could kind of change up from time to time. If the money gets a little funny this week, you might have to look at the haircut and be like, all right, let me see, I might have to wait this up to, so that's where you have margins. You don't have margin. The expenses is not one of the things that you can change. And then, of course, everything else from there you put into another account. So you have 3 accounts. You put into your account where you have your debit or credit that you spend on a weekly basis, your expense account that you don't touch. This is only for your expenses. And then, of course, your savings account, which you accumulate like after you write out the whole plan. You put everything in the savings. And don't forget to include, like I said, the hangouts. Like, you have to know your real lifestyle. Meaning that if you get your nails done every single month, that is a expense. If you get your hair done, that is an expense. People would just only include rent and car note and car insurance, but it's like that's not really your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is also you like to go out on Friday night to dinner. I was about to say a restaurant, name a restaurant. I don't know. What's a restaurant you want to promote? To you, Jerk. Hey, you Jerk. Marble Room, right? You like to do that, so budget that. That's an expense that you have to write down so that you're not like,
tricking yourself.
You're not saying like, oh my gosh, I'm never get a chance to do nothing. No, I have a budget for that bad boy, and if that budget goes out this week, I can't do it this week. And then from there, everything else goes in the savings. You accumulate savings. By the time 6 months come, you see, I got so much money in savings. You can actually invest into real estate. You can actually invest. This is how I invested into my restaurant, Jerk, because I was able now to take $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and start a restaurant. I got other people that partnered with me also with that. And, that's how I was able to do that. And of course, get an accountant. I have a great accountant that does my bookkeeping and, plugs and play me. He even did that today, just introduced me to a bank president in the area, and we're working on just new ways. So do all the things you need to do to make sure your money is tight. That
sounds like discipline. A lot of people don't have discipline. How did you discipline yourself so that you could do that? Because
easy. Have you ever been broke before?
Decision? Yes.
What did that do for you?
Nothing.
It disciplined you. I'm quite sure it did.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm going over that.
Yeah, you ever been broke? You ever figured out where you gonna get food from? Like, you ever been to that point? You are the most creative when you broke.
No, for real, you are.
What?
Yeah, you make the most phone calls.
When you broke $50, you can make listen, we used to take $50, $60, man. I used to make pasta. I used to make, you just buy a whole bunch of stuff, and you living good on $60 a week. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But that $60 is something that is what? systematically planned because you don't got money.
Yeah.
So you're literally like writing out like, all right, what are we gonna do with this money this week? All right, cool. Well, I could get a box of pasta is like $2-3. If I could, I make that box, that could be 2 days worth of dinner right there. And now, I'll get some bread and turkey and cheese, and so of course, get broke.
Get broke and get disciplined.
Get broke. Like some of y'all too bougie out here. Get broke. Like that will wake you up and get you focused. Yeah. And listen, if you got money, go broke. Listen, I know I'm not an accountant. I know my accountant's probably gonna listen to this like, oh, see, there goes John again, right? Yeah. But listen to me clearly, man. If God gives you 3 things, life, health, and strength, you have the ability to make it happen. Mm-hmm. Go and take that money out your bank account. Go invest into an asset that can give you money down the line and go back to work.
Okay.
Go back to work. Some of you guys are too comfortable because you're sitting with $100,000 in the bank account and you think that you're loaded. Take that $100,000, go buy yourself a property that's going to give you a certain amount per year, 10% return or something like that. Go broke and feel the tightness again. Feel the discomfort again. Feel the, oh my gosh, I got to go work again. I got to go grind again. Yeah. And then set yourself up for even more results. So of course, getting broke has been the greatest thing that happened to me. Yeah. When I got broke, man, I would never be a multi-millionaire right now if I never got broke. It just wouldn't not have happened. It woke me up to so many things about myself. Yeah. And it disciplined me also. But if you don't have the discipline, it's very simple. In business, if you do not have the skill set, right now you got truth, right? Yes. So truth is here. And truth is here because you don't do what he do.
Right, for sure.
But you need what he has.
Yes.
So what do you do? Very simple.
Yes.
Is Micah going to interview me and also shoot the camera?
No.
She's going to hire and partner with somebody that does that.
Yes.
You do that in normal, just basics. Why not do it for your money?
Yeah.
If you know you don't have the discipline, get a good accountant that can do some good bookkeeping, and let them help you get on point. Oh, I don't want to pay that money. Oh, you want to stay broke? I got it. Because everybody that's successful got it.
Yeah.
They got accountants. So you want to keep your little, $300, $400, $500? Yeah. Okay, well, stay broke. Stay broke and stay struggling. And but I got goals, man. I'm just being honest with you, man. I got goals. I got dreams, man. I live on the beach. You know what I mean? I'm not here to throw no. You know what I mean? But hey, listen, I'm on the beach, Micah Dixon. Listen to me, man. I got goals.
Yes.
So I got to go start living like how those people live. I got to go have, the things that they have. So that means I have to put myself in a position where I invest back into the things that could give me at least a lift to get to that point. And get an accountant for sure is one of them.
You said multi-millionaire.
And shout out to Larice Purnell. That's my accountant.
That's my big brother,
That's
Larice.
my guy. That's my guy. He hooks me up. So shout out to him.
You said multi-millionaire. Then you said you got goals. What is one of your money goals that you have to hit now? Because I'm pretty sure.
You said money goals or many goals?
Money.
Because your accent sometimes.
I don't have an accent.
You got a little twang sometimes.
Yeah. Your money goals.
Yeah.
What is the target that Jon Manning has to hit that that it's going to make you feel like I've done it?
$100 million in 5 years.
Okay.
$100 million for sure. And I have to go after it every single year. I have to have a leapfrog. I'm actually flying out to Cali next week because we are launching about 3 to 4 cities, 4 cities in Cali, all within the next 30 days. I'm looking to even get an apartment out there in Cali, spend some time out there to really just set a lot of framework in that area. Of course, my organization is through probably 8-9 states at this point. But for me personally, $100 million, Okay. The reason being, shout out to Grant Cardone. Grant really inspired me to know that we can do that. And that's the reason why you get into the rooms, right? Because it creates a belief system. And I only spent like $2,000 for a VIP boot camp. Yeah. It's not that much money. We spend that on like
purses,
foolishness.
Cars,
you know what I mean?
shoes.
Like, for me, I'm not that. Like, the most I'll spend is fitted hats and Jordans, but that's it. I'm not flashy. Like, you You know what I'm saying, Micah? Like, but hey, I'm in Switzerland. All right, so I'm probably a little bougie in some areas.
Iced out, but I'm really with the ice.
I mean, listen.
It's cold
I was sitting in the mountains just last week. All right, so
glaciers.
I don't care about the Gucci. That don't mean nothing to me.
Drinking glacier water.
Hey, it's facts actually. That's what we did. So, but $2,000 got me into the room, and the thing I love about being in rooms like that is you're sitting down, like talking to everybody, like we're talking in here. And then you just sit down and it's like, man, what you doing for business, man? And then they talk about what you doing for business. And regular guy, just looks regular, just like us. Mm-hmm. It's like, how much you did last year? Oh, I did like 160 mil.
Yeah.
You're like, you did what? 160 mil? Just so casual, right? Just so like,
not there.
And the thing that we think that it's popularity. No, if I go to this guy's Instagram right now, he'll probably got only like 900 people that follow him. And he has $150 million company. Yeah. So there's a very difference that I started realizing that there's so many people out here making money. Don't even think for a second they're not. Yes. Now, there's people that wear regular clothes that, just
drive the Hondas.
And they are banking.
Yes.
So obviously when I'm sitting next to them, and this is the reason why I always stay humble with it, because I sit around people that do that. Mm-hmm. So when you talking about you making 5, 6, 7 mil, mm-hmm. and the person says he's doing 100 mil, you shut up and just say, I got a whole lot of work to do. But you start to listen to him and hear his strategies and here's what he's doing and go back and you now have to say, all right, we got to start implementing this. We got to start doing that. So, 100 mil is my major target goal. I want to get a very nice house, a nice big house on the water with a sexy wife, with, a hammock. She's on a hammock. I don't know what she's gonna be drinking. Drinking something, right? Pina colada. Kids, and I got goals. I got one jet ski rolling in. All that takes is me I want a yacht. I want a yacht. I saw Coach Stormy get a yacht.
Yeah.
And I just said, yo, I'm getting a yacht. I don't care. I'm getting a yacht. So, these are the things that I set as a target goal for myself. Of course, my son is about to be 18, which is crazy to me. And, giving him a real future, where he can have a leg up. He wants to start a business. All right, cool. Here goes X, and so these are all just goals that I have for sure.
I love it. 2 more questions before we wrap this up.
All right, cool.
I want to know about risk taking. You're going to head out to Cali, just go dominate out there in 4 different cities.
Yeah.
How often do you take risk? And would you tell someone who perhaps wants to be an entrepreneur or just go for their passion, their dreams or goals to just jump out and do it?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Take risk, get uncomfortable. Get uncomfortable. Get comfortable in being uncomfortable. So you have to put yourself in a position that it stretches you, which is why you have to get a mentor, because it's almost like getting a trainer, right? You go to the gym and you think you working hard. You having a good time. You got the music in your ears. You dancing. You like, yo, I went to the gym. When that trainer comes in the gym, though, it's a different type of workout when the trainer is working. Pause. I'm about to say working you. A different type of trainer. Yeah. Like a different type of workout when that trainer comes. Yeah. Because when they're done, you're all like
done. You're exhausted. You're drained.
But they're pushing you past a limit that you won't push yourself past.
Wow.
So this is the reason why you have to get mentors that can constantly let you know to go to the uncomfortable zones and push yourself into things that you might not feel fully comfortable doing. Yeah. And you have to do that over and over and over and over. So pretty much what I do is I focus on becoming more uncomfortable. And trust me, it's a mindset thing. You're a mindset coach, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's what you are. So,
yes.
Right? So you have to sit down and
be in uncomfortable moments. And figure that out.
No, but you got to put yourself in the mental space of getting ready for it.
For sure. I've never done that part before.
Because for me, it's like, yo, I'm about to put a lot of work in Cali. Mm-hmm. So I'm already thinking like, yo, I'm going to be away from my dog. I'm going to be I'm like, this is crazy. But I'm really getting my mind set
Okay.
So when my foot lands,
you know what you're doing.
I'm not out here to play
Yeah.
any games. Like, I'm not going to sacrifice my time and my life to go be comfortable.
Okay.
No, I'm going to go out there and give it everything I got. By the time I leave out there, I'm going to get an extra couple meals. Easy. 100%. But I have a plan. I have a goal. And I'm getting my mind ready for that plan and that goal. So you have to get uncomfortable. You have to take risk. Here's the real truth. It's not really risk if you're risking on yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, what are we talking about? The greatest risk is your job. That's the greatest risk. Oh, it's so stable. What you mean? COVID proved it wasn't so stable. COVID proved that when the numbers of the business drops,
you had to go.
You that thought you had a stable job was out of a job. But you know who kept their jobs?
Who?
The salespeople. Because the company can't get rid of the revenues. The people that generates the money. Because if I get rid of them, I get rid of the admins. The admins were gone. Hey, guys, I love you guys, but ain't that much emails I could pay for right now. But you that pick up the phone call,
yeah,
I need you.
Yeah.
So the greatest risk is not working for you. Because if you know, now let me just say this, guys. I want to just say this. I'm not telling you to quit your jobs and work for yourself, because some of you guys need jobs. Because some of you guys will quit your jobs and go online and Google all day. Or, you're supposed to be showing up at 9 o'clock and you're rolling in at 12 o'clock. Like, if you know you are that person, stay at the job. You can figure out how to be an investor.
Yeah.
You can be an investor. You can still be wealthy, though. Yeah. Remember, you need money and people working for you.
Okay.
So you can still be an investor. Be smart with your money. But do not go into the entrepreneur route because
you don't get up on time.
Fam.
You're always late. You
are going to be depressed.
Yeah.
Because you have a laziness in you that you have not really gotten over. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a laziness, a lazy gene inside of you, bad boy. You know what I mean? So, but if you don't have that, if you are self-motivated, and don't forget this part right here, the entrepreneur question is, can I motivate myself without constant supervision? So you have to ask yourself that question. Can I wake up every single day and work 10 hours today like I do for this job? Can I do that on my own, though? Because if you could do it on your own, you'll make way more than you're making at the job. 100%. This is not maybe. This is 100%. This is not a maybe, guys. This is 1,000%. You will make more money than you're making at your job right now because your job hired you to make money-generating activities. And if you take the same money-generating activity time to your business, and instead of you trying to Google all day talking about you being an entrepreneur, Google is for night. Research at nighttime. You can't research during the money generating time where you're supposed to be picking up the phone, calling your clients to figure out how you can do business with them. You ain't doing that. Yeah. So all you're doing is what? Yeah. On the phone, researching the next color for the website. And, I like the orange in the logo. And man, by the time you figure out the color for the logo, the company that called 1,000 clients already made $1 million, and you're still figuring out how to get the logo looking tight. No, you got to get uncomfortable.
Okay. Well, I like this a lot. I feel like I got taught and whooped.
I'm sorry.
I think he was yelling at me.
I ain't yelling at you. Come on, you Micah Dixon, man. Come on.
I want to know, with this right here, this kind of inspiration, can we expect this to be in person as speaking engagements? Are you going to teach this? You said you're going to have a school, so are you going to start teaching this in person? People can come and pay and see you to learn how they can, have you as a coach and entrepreneur coach, or how they can scale to $1 million.
I guess.
You guess? What do you mean? We need more of this.
You can follow me at Jon_Manning_table on Instagram. I have a PR person now.
Yeah.
That is hooking me up with all these. Shout out to her. She hooked me up to talk to you today.
For sure.
and she's very focused on getting me on platforms and stages.
Okay.
So shout out to her on that. For me, I'm very passionate, as you can see. I do this for a living, though. That's the reason why I'm passionate. Mm-hmm. I'm in the space every single day, so I deal with a lot of the ups and downs of it all, so I can identify with what a lot of entrepreneurs go through. So for me, do I speak? Yeah, I speak all the time. I speak to my company, my guys, all the time. But I am looking to launch out more in helping a lot of business owners, a lot of entrepreneurs. Me and Larice, we have an event coming up in a few months. And we're going to be really teaching people on how to scale their business. I started doing these events called How to Scale to $1 Million. And it was very basic, simple events where I'm walking businesses through step by step of what you need to do to scale. And that event that we did here in Cleveland helped several businesses open up multiple, like there's a martial arts school. They have like double the students now or triple the students by multiple different schools and stuff like that. Like it was such a great time for the entrepreneurs to learn what they can do. Okay. So I'm gonna do a lot more of that, of course. Of course, as you motivated me, I'll have my books coming out, especially within the next 6 months.
February 2025, holding you to it.
You're holding me to it. Okay, thank you. You have to speak to my PR person also.
I will.
And but yeah, I love people, and this is the reason why when you hear me talk with passion, it is really a desire to help people. 19 years ago, somebody gave me an opportunity, and my life has never been the same from that point. So for me, it's not even about how much money people can pay me. Mm-hmm. Now, one day they're going to pay me now, but I don't really care about that because I know how to make money. For me, if a person can listen and just say, yo, I'm going to go back and put some work into that, and they come back to me 3-4 years later, that's my real commission.
I love it.
Like that you took whatever information and you went back and
used it.
And used that bad boy.
Yeah.
And if you got businesses and you want to hire a sales company, you can contact me also. We are now partnering with a lot of different businesses. We were just at InvestFest the other day. Partnering with them. We hired about 20-something agents to go down. We have a company out here, Wolfie White, that we just partnered with. We have several businesses that we're now working with. And, we're taking their business and building sales teams. So you can work with us on that also.
I love that. So leave the people with a word of advice or something they can take into their next season or after watching this, like, you can do it. We know they can do it. They have what they need inside of them to do it. They need to get rid of some things that in there may be a tad bit messy and shouldn't be in there. But what's a good word for the people who are watching right now that can take from this episode and from you and apply it to their life every day?
Yeah, I think that you just hit it on the nail. The example that I want to give people is I'm just an ordinary guy that made a choice to want to live extraordinary. That like don't ever look at me like I'm this super smart guy and this super like, oh, look at him. Like I'm not that. I'm the same guy from East New York, Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Like the guy that used to want to play Madden. Like I haven't done it in years now, but I'm still that guy, right? I just got around people that made me believe. My mentor is an 8th grade dropout. He dropped out of the 8th grade. He was the only Italian person in East New York, Brooklyn, the hood, in the 80s. So when I watched him now become a multi-millionaire, it made me say, if that guy can do it, I know I can do it. You know what I mean? Because, I went to college. This Negro didn't even go to high school. And I want to present that to people, that I'm nothing special. There are people in your industry right now that are making less than you right now, that are in way worse financial debt than you are in right now, that will close this year out way stronger than you. So why not you? Why not now? It can also be you.
Wow.
you can be the one to be the difference maker and close this year out way stronger than you've ever done.
Yeah.
You need to just divorce this idea of your old self and marry who you are going to be. But I want to encourage you. You can do it. Like I said, get around people that's doing it. I don't care how much in debt you are. Trust me, I've been there. I don't care. Listen, I bought my son's mom a car, and that junk got repoed, eviction notices. I've been down the ringer, man. But it built me to who I am today. And last thing I would say is just real quick on this: don't ever give up. Like, don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Like, I don't care how many times you lost. I don't care how many times, this didn't work out. No, figure it out. If God gave you the idea, he gave it to you for a reason, right? There's a scripture in the Bible where it talks about God gave one person 1 talent, one person 5 talents, and one person 10 talents. And the person that did 10 talents doubled it to 20, and he was rewarded. There was another person that got 5 talents, doubled it to 10, he was rewarded. There was one person that did not do anything with that talent. All they did was store it and gave the talent back to the master. See, it's a very unique scripture right there, because it'll be different if the Bible said that he wasted the talent and came back to the master with nothing. But no, the Bible says that he stored it, came back to the master with the same talent, and he was rebuked. That is the thing that I say. God gave you the idea for you to be fruitful and multiply.
Wow.
So put yourself in a position to say, he has given me life, health, strength. I don't know how many days I have. Hopefully it's a long life, but with the day that I have today,
yes,
let me do everything I possibly can do to make sure that I change the DNA of my generation.
I love it. CEO, author, restaurant owner, so much more. The $100 million guy. $100 million guy was on the Micah Dixon podcast. Talk about it.
Yeah.
Tweet it, trend it, like it, subscribe, comment.
And go to U-Jerk.
Amazing. And go eat at U-Jerk, the best jerk chicken, best jerk salmon, best
Rasta pasta.
Rasta pasta is amazing.
Yeah.
Literally amazing. Thank you for coming on the show. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Micah.
Wish you all the best success in the world.
I appreciate it. Stay tuned.
February 2025, book drops.
You think so?
Yes.
Okay, good.
November, you and Larice event.
Okay.
Get at him at Jon_Manning_table.
Yeah.
Until next time, we'll catch you episode 7 on the Micah Dixon podcast. Thanks for watching. Later.
Black cherry, wild berry, baby, you the bomb. I can spit it